Monday to Sunday, my nigga, we getting them racks. You play with my money or start acting funny, my nigga.
What's up, YouTube? Sad story today about a young man named Javier Greer, 22 years old in Akron, Ohio. Got killed dropping off a DoorDash delivery. Shit, that's crazy. It ain't just the rap niggas or the trap niggas. You know, street niggas going through shit, getting killed, meaningless, and, you know, DoorDash delivery drivers and essential workers and shit like that. It's too much senseless death going on in the world, y'all. We gotta stop this shit, man. Check this story out.
First, we start with a DoorDash delivery driver who was shot and killed dropping off a food delivery to a nearby house.
Such a sad story, and police say they have the two people in custody who are responsible for this shooting. This happened around 11:30 last night in the Highland Square neighborhood.
Now, when the driver left his vehicle to drop off a delivery on Timber Trail, he was shot. And News 5's Jesse Schultz has the latest on this very, very tragic investigation.
Just a bunch of gunshots, and all the cops are coming up here.
Crime scene tape now marks the spot at Timberland Village Apartments where Javier Greer, a 22-year-old DoorDash driver, was supposed to complete his delivery around 11:30 last night, but instead was ambushed. His girlfriend, who was with him at the time, called 911. It is so emotional, we're choosing not to use it. But she tells dispatchers that people just pulled up in a car and shot him multiple times. One of the shots even went into a nearby apartment complex.
Akron 911.
Someone just shot into our apartment.
Akron Police Lieutenant Michael Miller says Greer was transported to the hospital but didn't make it.
Moments after him stepping out of the car to deliver the items, he was confronted and shot.
He says detectives determined that Greer was in a verbal altercation with two people in the area of Highland Square where protests over Jayland Walker's death were happening around 11 p.m., just 30 minutes before the shooting. He says police are determining if the men involved in the altercation were protesters.
Were they involved or among the group of the protesters a half hour before this incident?
But he says detectives used witness testimony and other means of technology to determine that Greer was followed to his delivery location by those same two men in the altercation.
He was likely followed, unbeknownst to him, to the delivery location where he was shot.
And at 4:45 this morning, police arrested 21-year-old Matthew Couch and 19-year-old Derek Ransom Formby for Greer's shooting. Miller says his condolences go out to Greer's family and adds while frustration and hurt is overflowing in Akron over the police shooting of Jayland Walker, and he understands that, there also needs to be concern over senseless gun violence among citizens.
But it doesn't stop our response and responsibility for public safety in areas across the city.
The two men arrested in connection to this shooting were originally charged with felonious assault, but because Greer did not make it, murder charges are pending.
So after watching the video, you know, it seems like it was already a death in the city. You know, they was down there protesting, mourning somebody. You know, I guess Greer rode by and had words or exchanged words with two gentlemen that was at the protest or in the area of the protest. You know, so tension was already high. Them gentlemen might have known the victim or, you know, could have been family to the victim or something of that nature. You know, and they felt like Greer was out of pocket or, you know, disrespecting. You know, so they followed him to his location and, you know, lo and behold, he was dropping off a DoorDash order. And, you know, they did what they did. Now, that's where it's fucked up at. You know, they could have just jumped out and maybe, you know, whooped the man, jumped on him or something like that. You know, flashed a pistol, scared him or something. Like, you ain't have to take the man's life. You know, it's just another act of senseless, you know, death that we dealing with in the world. And I would assume, you know, the people that committed this murder, you know, was black men. So, you know, that's just another act of, you know, black on black violence that's, you know, fucking crazy, man. So, you know, it's just wild, man. You know, we got to do better in the world, man. You know, we got to learn to, you know, let shit be. You know, they could have had the words and let that be that. Wasn't nobody harmed, wasn't nobody hurt, you know, but in the end, a young man gets killed, loses his life. Now they in jail and they lose their life. But thank y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell to be notified when we drop more content. Pressure TV.
Yeah. GFI Entertainment, nigga. Yeah.
that bell so you can be notified when we drop more content. Pressure TV.